Let's talk about a huge change that's shaking up the Kubernetes world. There's a tool that half of the community uses every single day, and it's officially being retired. Now, if that's you, you're going to want to listen up because ignoring this could open you up to some really serious security problems. So, I've got a question for you, just straight up. Are you still running Ingress NGINX in your Kubernetes clusters? If the answer is yes, then you absolutely need to know that a hard deadline has been set. And believe me, the clock is ticking. And look, if you are using it, you are definitely not alone, not by a long shot. A staggering 50%, that's half of all Kubernetes users are relying on Ingress NGINX right now. Think about that. Half the entire community is depending on this one tool that's about to be left behind. Which brings us to the main event, really, the bombshell. The Kubernetes Steering Committee dropped an official announcement, and it started a countdown for what has been a cornerstone tool for years. And here it is, the date you need to circle on your calendar, March 2026. That's the official retirement date for Ingress NGINX. And let's be clear, this isn't some gentle suggestion, it's a hard stop. And you know, the committee's statement leaves zero room for interpretation. They said there will be no more release bug fixes, security patches, or any updates of any kind. After that date, it's done. Frozen in time, it's officially abandonware. So the big question is, why? Right? Why would they retire a tool that so many people depend on? Well, the first part of the answer is a story we've heard before in open source. It's a people problem. Just take a second and really think about this. We're talking about a mission-critical piece of infrastructure. It's the front door for countless applications used by probably hundreds of thousands of engineers. So how many people do you think were actually keeping the lights on? One, sometimes maybe two. That's it. A project of this scale, this importance, was being held up by just one or two volunteers working in their spare time. That is just completely and totally unsustainable. And the committee was really blunt about this. They basically said, look, without enough people to properly maintain this thing and keep it secure, the only responsible choice we have is to wind it down. But, you know, the lack of maintainers, that's only half the story. The other reason for this is, honestly, kind of terrifying. It boils down to a massive security wake-up call that nobody can afford to ignore. You see, the project has been hit with some really serious security flaws over the years. The most famous one was a whole cluster of vulnerabilities that got a fitting name, Ingress Nightmare. And this wasn't some tiny bug. It was a fundamental breakdown in security. For anyone who deals with security, this number should send a chill down your spine. A CVSS score of 9.8 out of 10. That's about as bad as it gets. We're talking hair on fire, drop everything right now level of critical. So what does a 9.8 even mean in plain English? Well, Datadog's security team put it perfectly. It allows for unauthenticated remote code execution. That means a total stranger with no password can run whatever code they want on your system. It's the keys to the kingdom. Okay, so this brings us to the most important part of this whole thing. What does this actually mean for you today? We need to talk about the unseen danger here and why doing nothing is simply not on the table. And here's the scariest part of all. After March 2026, your Ingress controllers, they'll just keep on running. Your apps won't crash, everything will look fine, until it isn't. It's a silent failure, creating a ticking time bomb that you won't even know exists until an attacker is already inside. So really, your choice is pretty black and white. You can stay with Ingress NGINX and just accept that you'll get no more security patches, no bug fixes, and you'll be wide open to every new exploit that comes out. Or you can migrate to an alternative that has active support, modern features, and actual security. The choice couldn't be clearer. And hey, if you're holding out hope that maybe someone will swoop in and save the project at the last minute, well, the committee put that idea to rest. They said the technical debt is so bad that even if a team of developers magically appeared, it's just not possible to fix it. It's over. Okay, we've laid out the problem, the reasons why, and the very real risks. So what do you actually do about it? Let's talk about the path forward. It's your move. All right, you've got a couple of main options. The big push in the community is towards newer things like the Gateway API. If you need a little more time to make that jump, there are vendors like ChainGuard offering paid long-term support. But here's the most important thing to remember. There are no easy, simple drop-in replacements. This is going to take some real work. So here's your action plan. 3 simple steps. Step 1, audit. Go out and find every single instance of Ingress NGINX you have running. You have to know what you're dealing with. Step 2, research. Start evaluating the modern alternatives and figure out what works for you. And step 3, plan. Start putting together that migration strategy now. Don't wait until 2026. And really, that's what this all boils down to. The deadline is real, the risks are huge, and that clock is ticking away. So the last question I'll leave you with is a simple one. Is your infrastructure going to be ready for March 2026?